Here with Pickering's Automotive, and today I wanted to give you a little video about some of the dangers of using one of these quick charge kits that you might have seen in Walmart and other parts stores around, and just wanted to let you know what they're used for and what problems you can expect. It's getting hot out right now. We're in the 90s around here in Denver, and it might be very tempting to use a quick shot AC charge kit. Do it yourself, save a little bit of money, but there's some big dangers with doing that, and I want to bring those to your attention. First of all, does it work? Maybe, kind of. If you were in a pinch, in a dangerous situation, you're driving across the country and it's really hot out and you have zero AC, you could maybe use it in an emergency situation and be okay, but there is a lot worse downside than there is a good upside. So first of all, the air conditioning systems on today's cars don't do good with moisture, and if there's moisture in the system, it can actually cause a chemical reaction with this refrigerant and cause hydrochloric acid, which is corrosive, and can cause sludging and buildup and leaks and other problems. So it can actually cause more damage if there's any moisture in the system. These things do not pull your system into a vacuum. When you service an air conditioning system, you need to suck it into a vacuum and let it hold for a while to make sure that you get all the moisture out. With this, all you're doing is actually adding to the system. Also, that's assuming that your system is actually low. A lot of times, you might have a different problem that you think it's because the system is low, and when you add this, you actually increase the pressure, increase the volume inside of there, and it can cause other problems or cause it to not work as well. Another issue we see with these is they come with a little gauge, and the gauge doesn't always read properly. In fact, this one, the gauge actually will spin to tell you which level that you want it at, and if you read the instructions, it may work, it may not. You also may not know exactly how many pounds to put into your system, so that's another issue with these, is the gauge and the equipment is not reliable. The biggest problem that I see with using one of these quick shot kits is that you'll see right here, if you can see, it says sealant in the system so it can seal the leaks. Well, that's a problem. A couple things. If you have a big leak, all you're really doing is adding this to the system for it to go out and vent to atmosphere, which is not good for our environment. Second of all, if you have a leak, it may seal it, but the sealer in there does a lot more than just seal that little leak. It can plug things up. It can cause other problems in the system where it will cause more problems than it actually helps. And potentially you're going to save a few $100s to do it right and fix it right properly through a good shop. Whereas if you actually introduce this into your system and it causes problems, you cause thousands of dollars worth of damage, or at least over $1,000 worth of damage, depending on your vehicle. And it's not worth it to save a couple hundred in the short term to end up spending $1,000 or more in the long term. When we actually bought a kit that will identify if sealer is in your system before we service it with a machine like this. This is a very expensive machine, and if I can identify that this has been used on your car, we're not going to even service it. Unfortunately, at that point, to us, it's a full system replacement. It can cause problems in this machine and become very expensive for us to repair it, so we don't even mess with it. Most shops that are educated in this area won't even service your car if they know that you've used one of these. So, I say all that to say this. Definitely bring it to a professional. Let them guide you through making a proper repair on the system. And at the end of the day, you don't want to cause any more problems, and you just want it to be fixed. It might be expensive. Air conditioning systems can be expensive, but if you fix it right the first time, it'll save you money in the long run. So I hope you keep it cool out there and enjoy. Comment or like the video if you liked it.